welcome to Dereham Education Soccer Academy, a fantastic opportunity to take part in a course that's supported fully by Northgate High School and Unity Education Trust. Please come along and have a look at all the material and find out as much as you possibly can. We'd love to hear from you.
Dereham Education and Soccer Academy is a full-time educational course, and it's a partnership between Dereham Town Football Club and Dereham Sixth Form College. The delivery of the BTEC is based at Dereham Town Football Club in the purpose-built new facilities, and we deliver a range of different units. So we've got anatomy and physiology, nutrition, psychology and sport. We look at sports performance and careers in sport and active leisure, including work experience placements. The beauty of this course is students don't just need to study the BTEC in sport, they can also do an additional A-level at Dereham Sixth Form College. So currently we've got students studying psychology, business studies, biology, and this allows students to not just focus on sport within their pathway, so it allows students to go on to study a number of different pathways.
With regards to the teaching and learning and the classroom environment, we're quite fortunate, DESA, that the 4 members of staff between, I think, got over 60 years of experience. So it's about relating the contents of the BTEC, which is now going to be the new BTEC spec, and relating it back to football and the vocational subjects. We have a distinct learning model with regards to our delivery. We scaffold the information around the subject, following then putting that into practice and then feeding back with different forms of assessment. The forms of assessment might be around a video, a report, a tweet, something that's relatable to the learner.
An example of some students who have gone on and done A-levels and have gone the full course would be someone like Rob Sayer, who studied an A-level in maths. And this allowed him to go on and do an apprenticeship in accountancy, and he's now gone full circle, so he's completed his apprenticeship and he's now a qualified accountant. Another example would be Chris Greenslade, who studied a biology A-level, and he went to the London School of Osteopathy, and he has now got his Masters in Osteopathy. He has set up his own business, and he's moved back to the area with his brother Joey, who also came through the programme and studied the BTEC in sport. They've set up their own sports rehabilitation business. Another student that we're very proud of is Seth McCarkay. So he didn't decide to take an additional A-level, but he's taken into practice the units that he learned on the BTEC Extended Diploma in Sport, including sport as a business, fitness training, instructing physical activity, and he has set up his own business called Bass Training. To get onto our course, you will need 5 GCSEs at grade 4 or above, and this will also be beneficial if you're looking to take an A-level. As well as getting onto the BTEC and the A-levels, if you're looking to go to university or to America, GCSEs are really important. However, if you don't get the grades that you were hoping to get at school, and we know that everyone sometimes makes a mistake within their exams, there are opportunities to retake your English and maths, and you would have to retake these as compulsory if you don't get above a grade 4 in these subjects. We can cater the course to suit your needs, so we do have options to do a diploma or certificate with the BTEC, which can really suit certain individuals, and it allows us to mould the course to support you with your GCSE retakes and help you on your pathway to wherever you may want to go in the future. So the BTEC is different to your traditional A-levels, where it's a vocational qualification, so we're encouraging learners to go out and get as much work experience as possible. This includes things, for example, like coaching in the community with different youth football teams, and as part of that, in the past, we've supported learners with doing different types of additional qualifications. So one example would be your level 1 coaching. So we've put numerous learners through the level 1 coaching qualification. This also includes learners achieving a first aid certificate and getting their child protection. And we've also had other learners go on to do a level 2 qualification. So a perfect example of this would be someone called Jason Ward, who was a local Dereham lad, come through Dereham Youth, and coached at the youth levels while he was doing his BTEC at DESA. He's now in America, so he's got a scholarship in America. He's done his 4 years of his degree, and he's now doing an additional 2 years of a master's with the view to his long-term goal is to become a coach in a college in America. We've also had local lads, and our example is Luke Milligan, who's come through a local school in Dereham. He's come and studied his BTEC at DESA. At the same time, he's been doing an A-level alongside his BTEC, so he's studying a media A-level. But after his first year, he decided that it wasn't quite suited to his needs and what he wanted, so he decided to drop his A-level after 1 year. So he gained his AS in media studies, and then he continued carrying on with his BTEC within his second year. But at the same time, he was coaching out in the community. So he was coaching with Dereham Youth and getting as much experience as he possibly could on his CV. I'm really, really proud of the pathway that Luke has taken and how hard he has worked to achieve his goals. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let Luke tell you a little bit more about his journey from, let's go, high school all the way through to he's now got a position as a tutor at DESA. Over to Luke.
I'm a class of 2017 graduate, and I've gone full circle from being a student at DESA to now a full-time tutor. My progression route is that I started at DESA in my first year studying an A-level at Dereham Sixth Form. I've done a first year media studies course, gained a good qualification in that, and then in my second year wanted to concentrate on football and coaching more. Worked quite a lot with Tom in my second year coaching Dereham under-18s. That then enabled me in my third year at DESA, while studying a degree in sports science and coaching in football, to manage Dereham Town under-18s alongside Jack Fuller. Managed the team for 3 years. Whilst managing Dereham under-18s, also had a big part in personal best soccer, coaching the under-15s and now the under-16s. Last year, a position became available at DESA to be a tutor and coach here. I went through the application process and interview process and was successful in that role. And then this year I'm now studying towards my teacher training qualification, and I'm in my final year of my sports science degree. And this has all been able to happen from my first year at DESA, going through the 2 years there, knowing what I wanted to do and having the support from the tutors, and now going on to do a full-time university course, and now I'm in a job what I love doing every day and waking up every morning. One of the main methods that I have taken from my experience at DESA with the tutors, and I'm now taking that into my own teaching with our current first year group, is the way we all go above and beyond. So our office door is always open. Anybody that's got any problems with their football, education or personal life, our office door is always open for them to come in and discuss this with a one-to-one tutorial meeting. And I think these are real valuable moments. As members of staff, we are really persistent and forceful on making sure that all students on their first induction lesson set clear targets, aims and objectives to their 2-year programme, and we are always on them to make sure that this is achieved by the end of the 2 years.
Football and education go hand in hand, really, because without the education part, the kids won't be able to play football, and likewise to motivate them to do the education, the football's a carrot really, which actually makes them do a better level of work because they're looking forward to the games. If a student doesn't hand their work in, they'll be banned from playing football. Likewise, I think it gets a little bit more out of them with their work, because they're more motivated to play football. So if they've got that carrot of doing better work, play more football, they then put more effort in. We've got a really good fixture programme here at DESA, because we've got quite a lot of students. They've got access to a real high level of a games programme. So on Wednesday, they have access to the English College's Under-19 Premier Division, the highest level in the country at that particular level. And then the one just below that, which is a Category 2 level, on a Wednesday for our learners that are maybe just developing a little bit physically or technically. And that's a very, very good level too, because a lot of people's first teams are in that league, and we've got our second team in that league. On a Saturday, we have the Junior Premier League Under-18 League with teams like AFC Rushden and Diamonds, etc. in. And again, we have access to the 3G up the road for their fixtures as well, along with the first team pitch here at the club. And then on top of that, we have access to the Under-18 League, Floodlit Furlough None, on a Thursday night, which then comes in hand with the FA Youth Cup, a fantastic competition that the final's just been on BT Sport. As well as National Cup competitions, ESFA Under-18 National Cup, and the Under-19 National ECFA Cup as well. We have a very, very positive relationship with the club where we're based and the academy. As you can see by this video, there's been over 30 students that have had access into the first team over the 5 seasons from when we had our first leavers. Which is incredible. It shows that the managers here put faith in the kids and give them a chance. The reason the number is so high is because we don't hold the kids back here at the football club. We want the kids to go out in Norfolk and achieve their dreams, go to university, go to America, because our beliefs are that they will always come back and play for us in the long term. In terms of our links, we don't run a reserves here. The reason being, we want our kids to go out and get experience all the clubs in Norfolk. We want to work with clubs in Norfolk and have a positive working relationship and put people out in the real world and get good, build up their football experiences and get in the trenches with teams competing for trophies. So then hopefully they can then come back and play for our first team, who are at a high level, I think the 3rd highest level team in Norfolk at present. Training is structured for the year as part of a periodisation plan, and it is taken into consideration the moments of the season versus the load on the athletes, but also takes into consideration what each person needs individually. So we do deviate away from schedule a little bit depending on what goes on. The basis of it is 3 times a week we train here at the club for 2 hours on the fields. One of them is at the 3G up the road, which is a phenomenal facility. The other 2 sessions in the week, one, Barrett's Gym, phenomenal gym where a lot of strength and rehabilitation training goes on. Also Dereham Leisure Centre, where we have access to futsal, sports hall, strength and conditioning suite, studio, and the swimming pool for recovery. So again, everything that we need in our week is catered for in our training programme. That's just very seriously here at DESA. I would say that it's the basis of learning, really. We spend a lot of time looking back at our fixtures, breaking down individual performances into the moments of the game that we highlight, and putting together a plan for each player based on actually what is going on the field. We use that through using capture mask, high definition technology from up high, and then through our HD tellies that we have, watching things back every week with the relevant sheets that we've produced for the students. To get the balance right between being successful as a team and developing the individual, because you've also got to throw into the mixture the importance of handling an assignment. So number 1, if the assignments don't go in, they don't play. But 2, if you don't win anything, no one wants to come to your course, because that's how our culture works. But at the same time, you have to stick to your principles, and it is about the development of the player. I think our philosophy here is if the players are doing the right things on a daily basis, they'll win anyway. There's been some brilliant success stories here at DESA, both from a team perspective and an individual perspective. As you've seen earlier in the presentation, our teams have won numerous regional titles, won a national futsal competition, got to the FA Youth Cup first round proper on 2 occasions, and the second round proper. It's phenomenal. But more so from an individual point of view, Fraser Blake Tracy sticks out to me. Lad that came through here, played for the first team, went to Lowestoft Kings Lynn, and then he's now playing in Peterborough's first team. Seb Bielasic came from DESA and went and played professionally in Poland for Stale Mielec. Charlie Dixon, Matt Cook, Ethan Warren, 3 lads that have represented England's schoolboys from our DESA programme. That is on top of numerous people who have been on trial. George Quantrill being on trial last year with Ethan Warren at Peterborough from a successful Youth Cup run. Sunil Vasileu, who is now currently in Portugal, trialling over there at the minute. So just numerous success stories, one after another. That's even including abroad in America, where Charlie Clark plays for Chattanooga first team, scores against the Red Bull reserves on television. Jason Ward, who worked for Morrison's and didn't really step foot out of Dereham, bless him, is now living out there, now doing a master's degree and about to live out there permanently and get a job as a football coach. Phenomenal things are happening, and they will continue to do so.
Enrichment activities are a really important part of our course because it gives us an opportunity to take the boys into different environments so they can explore the job opportunities that are out there within the sport and leisure sector, and also explore different types of cultures. So every year we'll go up to Manchester and we'll take in a tour of either the Etihad campus or Old Trafford. And as part of that, they get to see the different staff and roles that are involved around the football club. When we go to the Old Trafford tour, they also get to have the opportunity to have a lesson taught by one of the BTEC tutors there, which is really good because it links to obviously the course that they're doing, and it gives them an opportunity to see the same route and pathway that players like Marcus Rashford have gone through, and they can see that, well, these top professionals have to also go through this BTEC pathway and study the same units that they have done. While in Manchester, we'll also compete in some top quality games. So in previous years, we've played Bolton's Academy, their International Academy, Preston, and Manchester International Academy. And again, it's a good opportunity for the boys to just go and play against different types of opposition and experience different facilities and opportunities that are available to them around the country. Within the second year, we provide a fantastic opportunity for the boys to tour the USA. This is a 12-day tour and starts off in Las Vegas, where the boys have the opportunity to play in a 3-day tournament, which is known as the Las Vegas Players Showcase event. This is an event that is attended by 300 coaches from around the USA, and they're out there looking to recruit boys to go to their colleges to study their 4-year degree program. This is quite an intense 5 days, the 3 days of football and training days, so the boys don't have a lot of downtime, but they will have the opportunity to explore the Las Vegas Strip and look at the different types of hotels. We also take in the Pac-12 basketball event, which is a college event, so it gives the boys an opportunity to see the level of college sport and the amount of people that attend these college events. So it's a really good opportunity for boys that are looking to go to America to see the culture of college sport. Following our 5 days in Las Vegas, we'll drive to San Diego, and this is the first time the boys will have the opportunity to maybe chill out a little bit more. So we'll have a day at Kate Sessions Park, which is a lovely park just overlooking San Diego, and we'll also head down to Mission Beach and explore the beaches around San Diego. Also, while in San Diego, we will play in a Division 1 or Division 2 college. And again, this is a good opportunity for the boys to see the facilities that are out there. So we'll have a tour of the college before we play one of the opposition, and one of the members of staff will tell the boys about what life's like in a college campus within the USA. Following our 3 days in San Diego, we'll head down to LA, and this is a good opportunity again for the boys to explore the different cultures and things that are around LA. So as part of that, they'll get the opportunity to explore Hollywood and Beverly Hills, but they'll also play in a match against LA Galaxy's Academy and have a tour of the LA Galaxy Stadium. So in 2016, which was our second year on this tour, Steven Gerrard was playing for LA Galaxy. And after playing the academy, we bumped into Gerrard. He signed some shirts for the boys, and he also asked them if they'd like to be coached for his A licence. So he then took the boys onto a training pitch, kitted them up in LA Galaxy gear, and done his A licence with the boys. So again, another fantastic opportunity for our boys. So basically, this tour is just providing them with different options and ideas of what's out there to explore different types of cultures. And for some of the boys, this has really changed their life and the course of their life and the direction that they've ended up going. If you'd like to apply for this fantastic course, there's a number of ways you can do it. You can go on www www.helpyouchoose.org and search up DESA, and there's an application form on there and you can apply direct through Help You Choose, or you can go on Dereham Sixth Form's website, which is www.dsfc.org.uk, and if on the front page there's a link on there and you can click on there and complete the application form for DESA, or you can contact me if you've got any more questions at desa.academy@gmail.com.